it may be more your concern
Oh, I'm never
in
concerned.
terms about revealing things about yourself.
Oh, I'm so authentic. You can say what you want.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, do it, please.
Well,
Challenge accepted. Altazar has my chart. We're about to like get the down low on Pamela's karma.
well, if you're ready for that.
I am ready for that. It's good. Look
See,
at that.
so there's Pamela's chart on the left. That's her natal chart.
Her natal chart.
You see, so the layout of her natal chart, you see, there's the 12 degrees Leo. See, now the layout of this chart, there's 12 degrees Leo.
Mm-hmm.
So the pattern of the layout of that chart is the same as what we have here.
Yes.
A horoscope is based on putting the planets where they are right at this minute, January 3rd, vis-a-vis the zodiacal positions of her natal chart.
Got it.
These positions will be different in around your natal chart.
Mm-hmm.
It's just based on the 360-degree wheel layout of her chart. So,
Oh, here, natal chart. That's the same. This is supposed to be.
so now we'll look at her chart and just see what we've got here in terms
That's
of
funny.
So Pamela's a fairly old soul. We can see a lot of different lessons here. And see, when a person's sun sign is at 25 degrees Taurus, that is actually in what we call the Capricorn Decanate of Taurus. So every sign has 30 different interpretations, but to simplify those interpretations, we break it down into 10-degree segments. So the first 10 degrees is heavily emphasized with being a Taurus. The second, someone's born in April. Someone's born between May 1st and May 10th, then they're in the second segment of Taurus, which also correlates with the sign Virgo. That's the next Earth sign over from Taurus. And then if you're born in the last 10 degrees of Taurus, that correlates with the next Earth sign, which is Capricorn. So she is a Capricornian Taurus. Or another way to put that is, whenever I find a Taurus whose sun sign is in the last 10 degrees, it implies that they are here on a much larger mission in life than your average Taurus. Because the Capricorn theme is that of the mountain goat that gradually and circuitously climbs the mountain over a long, protracted period, cautiously, gaining its balance and footing through life experiences, adverse or challenging and positive, to ascend to higher heights of accomplishment. And the key word for a Capricorn Taurus is sharing of gifts associated with a responsible service to the world. So, and we also see she's born on a Friday, so then I'm going to know right off the bat, Friday is Venus Day. So, as I've shared, every day of the week has a planet that goes with it. So Venus Day is the day of an artist. So you'll find statistically many musicians, singers, entertainers, performers, painters, or even business people who have a business that, entrepreneurial or they're very creative, are born on a Friday. So then I can just simply see, well, this is someone who's going to be of service in a macroistic larger capacity to the world, sharing certain Taurian gifts. The part of the body that goes with Taurus is the throat. So many singers, like Barbara Streisand is a Taurus, Cher is a Taurus, and speakers are a Taurus. My sun sign and Mercury are in the house of Taurus, so I'm a singer. So then we look at, she is born in the year of the Chinese year of the wood sheep. So I'm in the wood, rabbit. One of her better compatible with Chinese years is the year of the sheep. But I think I had lamb chops the other night because I'm hung up on sheep. Anyway, so this, she's born in the year of the rabbit. In fact, I was jogging the other day and a jackrabbit ran by me and I thought of me. So
I love those, yeah.
yeah, the big ears.
They're great.
Out in the desert there. So year of the rabbit is someone who is here to really evolve spiritually. You can't get past when you're born in the year of the rabbit, finding your path, meditation and spiritual path, and even eventually becoming a teacher or a minister. I can't count how many number of clients I've had, unity ministers and others who are born in the year of the rabbit, healers, etc. So now we look at, well, what stands out in this chart? Well, what immediately stands out is the fact that planet Uranus is going over her midheaven right now, the top of the chart there. And that only happens once in a person's lifetime. So, and as I described, the energy of Uranian energy is that of unexpected uncertainty or change that evolves associated with the socioeconomic, political circumstances of the world. And on a spiritual level is kind of the unconscious dynamics that often are associated with Shiva. And so depending on to what extent a person has been in alignment with their soul growth path is the extent to which they won't experience much upset or turbulence based on Uranus, that movement. And what it can present is just what have been evolved visions and goals that one has been working at for a period of time that all of a sudden seem to manifest. So, see, for example, I had a vision of coming here to St. George this past year and teaching astrology. It's happening. And that's because Uranus has been aspecting certain planets in my chart. So Uranus rules astrology. But in this context, it's just inaugurating, but not poignantly activating this larger social humanitarian shift to engage the world with your gifts and talents that will continue for the next 9 years. But it highlights a greater spiritual, political, social activism. And a few years down the road, Uranus is going to hit your sun sign, so that'll be fun. But we won't get into that right now. What is a little more poignant at this time, let's see. Well, might as well stick with what's going on here. The Saturn-Pluto in Capricorn is moving to form the 120-degree angle, or we call the trine, to her sun sign. So that is a once-in-a-lifetime position associated with the course of the next 2 years, actually, that highlight a powerful and dramatic greater expansion into the world associated with sharing the gifts, message, and services that you're here to offer. And when Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter actually is going to be moving up over the course of this year to trine with your sun sign later in 2020, that's like manna from heaven.
Yeah.
So it's like, an ability to work with traditional structures, whether marketing structures and service capacities, that somehow just begin to honestly acknowledge what you are here to offer and offer further assistance in expanding that expression.
That's the latter part of this year. Fantastic. I want to watch.
Go grab some popcorn, peeps. Yeah.
So that's really the incredible. So you have really the most favorable circumstances here.
Oh, sweet. Here, I thought you were gonna wrap me out with some dark karma, give me some juicy stuff. You already did that? Oh.
Wait, you're trying to sell porno videos? So,
Waiting on something bad here. I'm like,
well,
come on, man.
Well, what if you want to hear about some harder
I
karma,
do, yeah.
You don't have it as pronounced as Donald Trump, but because he has Mercury square Neptune, but you have Mercury opposite Neptune. So what that implies is that you have prior lifetimes had a certain amount of intellectual and communicative idealism, and that has been more a path of egoic self-delusion.
Oh, those philosophy years. I remember those, yeah.
And in this lifetime as well, being, having an idealism and an inclination to pursue certain careers or business activities that have gone nowhere.
Yeah, been there, done that, yes. Yes.
And
so that's in past lives.
Well, and even in
a little bit
life.
in this one
See,
too.
This,
Yeah.
everything I'm saying here, I couldn't say
Yeah.
the minute she was born. I'd have her chart, and I could say
Mm-hmm.
you would have a proclivity in this lifetime to pursue careers or be an overly idealistic person and be too trusting in terms of other people's path for a business effort
Incessantly.
or a creative musical effort that is more their exploitation of you.
Oh yes, just happened.
Than honoring, your truth.
Interesting.
So, yeah. And on the other hand as well, because of this Mercury-Jupiter aspect, see, Trump doesn't have that. And it shows that's her hard karma, or her positive karma shows that she's used her intelligence and communications in prior lifetimes favorably in a ministerial capacity. So you see, people can find liberation from their hard karma by drawing on their positive karma. But the question is whether they are engaged in spiritual self-discipline that facilitates that or not.
I love that. That's very interesting.
So, there's a lot more juicy stuff, but we don't have time to get into it.
Okay.
Let me just say one more thing.
There we go.
This one's pretty juicy.
That is. Oh yes. Here we go. I love it.
So, as much as you have, and she, not unlike your 1945 people, she also has Saturn in Cancer, which is the theme of the karma of needing to evolve emotional empathy with your own feelings and needs and others in a more accurate manner of relationship. So she also has Venus in Cancer when it comes to romantic relationships.
Oh, here we go.
And she didn't have a mother who modeled to her how to make healthy relationship choices.
Bingo.
And so what it indicates is that she's had some hard learning in this life in terms of making wrong choices in relationships that have been more associated with being seduced by the chemistry or the physical attraction of someone else to you or you to them, and too impulsively or quickly jumping into a relationship based on just simple mutual social, cultural, recreational interests as well as sexual attraction.
Spot on.
That would then degenerate into power struggle.
Yes.
That would often be associated, we're talking about Pluto square her Venus here. So that would degenerate into power struggles over property, material possession, or finances.
Straight up. Spot on.
So, you see now, when I do the charts for newborn babies, you know, for their parents, or I do the charts of children, you can see how powerful this is for a parent to know these things about their child.
It really is.
And help them cultivate the sides of them that are important for healing their soul.
Altazar, just in case you do allow me to put this on YouTube or Facebook or somewhere, can we get your .com and information?
Yeah, so just to mention, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're willing to share what I
I
shared about
no
you,
fears, man.
then that's fine. So
Yeah, it was really
I'm
interesting.
www.altazarastrology.com.
Altazarastrology.com. That's ALTAZAR astrology.com. We got that part. Altazarastrology.com. Yeah.
Or you can visit my YouTube channel where I have 14 videos describing many of these.
What's your
dimensions.
YouTube channel?
Altazar space astrology.
Okay.
So if you go to YouTube and you do a search for Altazar, not all one word, and then space astrology,
Cool.
you'll come up with my YouTube channel.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hand her
Yeah.
your
It is
flyer.
fascinating.
Right there, and she can follow
Yeah.
it right
So
there.
all of my information is here, my
There you go, and you
website.
can just put that on
And,
there.
Yep.
and the inside also.
There
the,
we go.
Website.
Right there. Love that.
Now you get to balance workaholism.
Yeah. My Capricorn moon.
Thank you, Altazar.
Yeah.